I watched Minions.
We're going to invest.
Hi, I'm Daniel King, and this is shit I watched. And today I watched Minions. It's not bad. Parts of it are dark. There's a part in the movie where there's this Professor Flux who has figured out a way to go into the future and take himself from the future, so he's like a bunch of clones of himself. Now, so while he has a booth set up at this villain con, and him and all of his little workers, it's a small scene that he's in, are working on some kind of engine or something, and he explains to the minions what has happened. One of the Professor Fluxes tells another Professor Flux to move the engine, which is hanging from the ceiling. When he does, cracks the Professor Flux in the back of the head, and he dies. He's just like, one of them screams, "Oh my God, that was the original," and the other ones disappear. A family picture. Yeah. I don't know why they established that people can get killed in this world when this is the only time it happens. Well, aside from the other bosses that the Minions had had over the years. The Minions, basically in the beginning of the movie, shows the Minions going from like small protozoa to evolving to fish and then going out on land. And the very first boss that they want is a T-Rex, and they end up killing him. And every boss they have, they fuck it up and they kill him. So they end up going to Antarctica or somewhere where it's really snowy and hiding away in a cave. And they try to live their life there without a boss. Now, they all become depressed, and because I guess these minions, they have to have someone in control of them. They send off Bob, Kevin, and Stuart away to go find a new boss. The three of them head off on an adventure. They end up in London, where they see a advert on TV about VillainCon, and they know that's where they're going to find villains. They go there. They meet a villain called Scarlet something. What's her name? Scarlet something really stupid. It's like Scarlet Zero or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, they meet up with her, and her big thing is like she has robotic dresses and shit, and she can like fly around. Anyway, the movie's fun. It's it's a good kids movie. Aside from a few dark parts where people do get killed, except for the villains and the main characters, where they get in situations where they could get killed. Scarlet wants the Minions to steal the crown from the Queen, and this is all taking place in like 1968. And they do, and in doing so, they get in this big chase, and at the end of the chase, Bob pulls the sword from the stone, because that makes sense, and becomes the new king. Scarlet, is pissed off and, comes down to get him, and they give the crown to her. She betrays him, tries to kill him, like you do. And, shenanigans go from there. There's actually one point in the movie where one of the minions is, like, grown. He's, like, enlarged to giant size. And he is in this fight with Scarlet, who has shot a giant missile at him. It's Bob. Not Bob. I'm sorry. It was Kevin. Kevin is the Spanish one. Bob is the French one. And Stuart's sort of English. I mean, if you really listen, you can hear they're speaking different languages. Like, it's clear Bob says things like "que pasa" and things like that. It's clear that he's supposed to be Spanish in some way, and Bob says stuff like "c'est la vie," and you'll catch it if you're listening. So he's French, and Stuart just says "banana" a lot. Banana. He did it for the bananas, obviously. So the Minions win the day by Kevin taking the missile that she launches out of her dress into his own mouth and then going after them, and it explodes, and he lives. Professor Flux is dead. The Abominable Snowman is dead. Fucking T-Rex is dead. Bob lives through the explosion and somehow shrinks back to normal size, but floats down using his giant pants as a parachute. Yep. So, that's Minions. It's fun. It's good. It's a good little watch if you want to watch something. I mean, I'm not gonna recommend it, but if you watch it, probably not gonna hate it. It's weird. It made me really want to watch Despicable Me. I will say that. I actually really liked the original Despicable Me. Thought it was a really good movie. I haven't seen the second one. Kind of want to see the second one now. So, but having a whole movie centered around these minions and the plot really not going into anything until like halfway through the movie. The first 45 minutes is boring. It's boring. There's nothing going on. And even halfway through the movie, you're kind of wondering, where is this going? I don't know where this is going. I don't really care. So, I don't know. We're using a rating scale. I might even invent a rating scale. I'll tell you what, I give it 4 minions out of Cruise. There you go. 4 minions out of Crew. So, that's my review on Minions. It's now on Netflix. I will be doing more of these videos. They're going to be shorter. But it's going to be something on Netflix. So something that if it's really good, you can watch if you have Netflix. It's easy. So I gave it a... Alright. Anyway, I'm Daniel King. That's shit I watched.